Hello everyone, a warm welcome to my channel. So today we are going to start off with the chapter of the powers of the Rajya. Now that there are different types of functions of the Rajya Sabha, first is the legislative function. Now what is legislative function? That it has equal powers when it comes to ordinary bills, not monetary bills. Okay, ordinary bill can be introduced in the Rajya Sabha and it cannot become a law unless the Rajya Sabha approves it. In case of deadlock, for example, the Lok Sabha has to approve the Rajya Sabha bills too which are initiated, but also there are some exceptions where the Rajya Sabha is more powerful than the Lok Sabha. Okay, and in case of deadlock over an ordinary bill, then I have told you in my previous videos that President will announce a joint sitting and it's presided over by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The President is not presiding, but the Speaker is presiding. We have seen in the functions of the Speaker, but this bill is passed in a joint sitting, and if it is in a deadlock situation for a long time, then the bill is not passed. Okay, and now the financial powers. It plays a minor role, as I've told you. The Lok Sabha has more powers in case of the finance because monetary bills are there, and supposedly Lok Sabha is preparing a money bill. It gets approved in the Lok Sabha and then it is going to the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha has been given a time of 14 days, and if it doesn't react or reconsiders to this bill, then the bill is being to have been passed by both the houses. So they will have to pass. If 2 times they send the bill, then the Rajya Sabha will ultimately have to pass. They can propose amendments to the bill and considerations just like the President, but they cannot hold back the bill. So again, executive powers. It has a very minor role to play because we know the Council of Ministers and the Prime Ministers are elected from the Lok Sabha and not from the Rajya Sabha. So they have the right to ask questions. Now this is very important. It questions the activities of a minister collectively as well as individually. It can pass, the House as a whole can pass adjournment motions, the Speaker on the permission of the Speaker. Okay, and they ask questions, and this prime ministers belong to the Lok Sabha had also been exceptional in those cases, like the prime minister is from the Rajya Sabha also sometimes. For example, you see the name I can remember is Devi Godwa, who was a member of the Rajya Sabha but also became the Prime Minister in 1996. So this is an important example. And again, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was also a member of the Rajya Sabha. In 2008, Manmohan Singh again got this position in the Rajya Sabha and continues to hold it. He was in the office of the Prime Minister. I'm talking about Manmohan Singh up to 2014, and after 2014, Narendra Modi took over as the Prime Minister of India from the Varanasi constituency. This is also important to know. Now, a member of the Rajya Sabha can also become a Prime Minister. This is an exceptional case, provided that the majority of the Lok Sabha members, the Prime Minister see that it is from his or she is from the Rajya Sabha, but the Lok Sabha members are also in favor of giving him or her a chance to become the Prime Minister. So she or he can become a Prime Minister there. Now number 4, that is the constitution amending powers. This can be, any amendment bill can be introduced in either of the houses. If Lok Sabha adopts it first, now there is a term called adoption, means you create the bill or place or initiate the bill. Now both of them can do that thing, and if the Rajya Sabha adopts the bill fast, then it goes to the Lok Sabha for verification, and until a bill is approved by both the houses, Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha, then it is not deemed to be passed. Both have to approve it. So they enjoy equal powers in the amendments of the constitution. Now there are electoral powers. Those members take part in the election of the President of India, and also they elect Rajya Sabha members. They elect deputy chairman for just like the speaker in the Lok Sabha they elect. So this is election powers. Now what are the judicial powers? The Rajya Sabha can also, along with the Lok Sabha, can impeach the president. This is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha can cause impeachment to the president in charges of violation of the constitution. For also same for the Supreme Court judges and the High Court judges. The Rajya Sabha can pass resolution for the removals of some high officers, as I told you, the Attorney General of India and the Chief Election Commissioner. These high posts can be removed if they violate the law or they are proven that they are incapable of holding that office. Okay, in case of the Lok Sabha, if the Lok Sabha is dissolved, for perhaps it is the after 5 years it will be dissolved now, and there is an emergency at the same time, then Rajya Sabha can utilize its powers and approve the emergency situation. If the emergency situation, remember, is proclaimed, it's initiated by the president only. Now we come to the special powers of the Rajya Sabha. Now under Article 249, it can declare a state list subject under national importance. So when it becomes of national importance, then who takes care of our union list? It is taken care by the Union Parliament. So how it can be passed? By 2/3 majority of members of the Rajya Sabha can pass this, for they have this article from where they derive this power. Now again there is Article 390. Now in this article, any all India services can be adopted by the resolution of again 2/3 majority for existing all India service. For example, they want to set up something called all India or on all national for the benefit of the people, they can do that. Now that we have done the powers of the Rajya Sabha, we will now move on to the position of the Rajya Sabha. Now when I will do the US Constitution and the British Constitution, you will come to know that in Britain we have the House of the Lords, that is same as the Rajya Sabha, and in the US we have the US Senate, that is same as the this Rajya Sabha in India. So it is the US that house is very powerful in nature, but in Britain or UK we have the house which is very less aggressive and not of much importance, but we are neither of them. We maintain a balance. We are not a shadow. The Rajya Sabha is not a shadow behind the Lok Sabha. It in fact has been asserting its authority wherever required. But we can tell that the Rajya Sabha is weak as compared to the Lok Sabha, but still it has some utility. We cannot say that it is just a useless house. We have seen the importance of a bicameral legislature. Now in sphere of ordinary lawmaking and other powers, I have told you, it plays an important role. Now if the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha is given all the responsibility, then it will become a burden of work and corruption will arise too. So we have now the utility, you see its contribution to the Indian polity. Now Rajya Sabha is indeed a weaker chamber than Lok Sabha, but it is important because it is a revision house. A bill needs to get approved. So we can see it is a revision house, it is a helping house of the Union Parliament. Now the President also nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha who are exceptional in their social service work and other spheres. Rajya Sabha is also declaring President's rule, we can see when the Lok Sabha stands dissolved. For example, I would like to give you a case. In May 1991, a special 2-day session, remember 2-day session of the Rajya Sabha was called for getting the approved the President's rule in Haryana, because unfortunate process has occurred. And what has occurred? The tragic event. What is the tragic event? That is the unfortunate assassination of the former Prime Minister Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. Now the Rajya Sabha is also, so this is one case where they can impose President's rule when the Lok Sabha stands dissolved or when there are elections that are pending. Now that the Rajya Sabha is a helping house, it lessens the burdens. In some case or the other, it has an equal position with the Rajya Sabha. I've told you the name of the articles which are helping here. Now that we have done, now we will move on to the relationship between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now, what are the relationship between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha? The Lok Sabha have equal powers in some matters. First, I will discuss where they have the equal powers. For example, passage of the ordinary laws. Now, listen carefully to me, that when it is an ordinary law, I've told you that they get the same powers. And if there is a deadlock, again there is a joint meeting. And you see, this is for the ordinary bills. It can be introduced in any of the house, whether Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Okay. The next one is the passage of constitutional amendment. I have told you that it has to be approved by both the houses, otherwise it is in a deadlock situation, then it will not get passed, or the bill will be removed and it will be not a part of the discussion. Now impeachment powers too, I have said to you that how can the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha can impeach, and if you don't know, you can watch my previous videos, particularly part 3 perhaps. There you can find this all. Now electoral powers also is there. I have also told you, these are all in my previous video. This is just a revision to give you a brief idea again about the differences of powers between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now power to approve emergency proclamations, that too we have done. Now equal power to consider reports. Now whose reports? Reports on scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. They enjoy the power to discuss the reports. For example, something called Union Public Service Commission, those exams, those criteria they can revise, and also the qualifications for Comptroller and the Auditor General of India, and the commission of the and scheduled castes and scheduled tribes report, what are their conditions and also those things. Okay, now we come to the superiority. Now who is superior in this case? For example, let's take the example of money bills. Although I have explained to you that the money bills can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha and not in the Rajya Sabha, and every money bill goes, and every bill indeed have to have the approval of both the house. It is not that this house is passing. Yes, this house has some powers, they can pass the bill without telling or informing the Lok Sabha, but a bill has to be approved by both of them. Now if the Lok Sabha raises a money bill and again it passes by its 2/3 majority, then again it goes to the Rajya Sabha. They are also for 14 days they are given time to reconsider the bill. If they want any amendments, they can write to them, but it is the will of the Lok Sabha to listen to them or not. Okay, So Rajya Sabha has only 14 days power, and it is just an ornamental power, because if they repeal the bill, as far as this is concerned, 2 times they can repeal the bill, and nextly it is passed. They cannot create a deadlock situation, and even if the deadlock situation is coming, then the president can convene a meeting. Now Lok Sabha has a real power over the executive, because from the Lok Sabha only the ministers are elected, the prime minister is elected, although in this case also they are elected. This is an exception, but majority of the times, or most of the times, they are elected from the Lok Sabha. So prime minister is the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha. Okay, and here also we have the question hours, we have the vote of no confidence. Now members of the Rajya Sabha cannot pass vote of no confidence. This is to be noted, because they are not representing all the people. They are some people who are nominated by the president. They are qualified persons, but these are the people. It is called the House of the People, and it is called the. Now that the prime minister is elected, they can ask questions. The prime minister, cabinet of minister, is responsible to the Lok Sabha and not to the Rajya Sabha, which is the council of the states. Now I have told you about the special powers too. And another concept here that I want to clear is the Rajya Sabha is a council of the states. It is not a truly federal structure. Federal means the division of powers are there. Now, it is not elected on a federal basis, but on the basis of the units of the Indian Federation, but still in a limited way, because its numbers are also less, appointments are also less. Now in order to know what is the law making process, now we will do the main function of the parliament, that is the law making process. The bills, the kind of bills, and what are the general features, how every law can be amended. I have told you that I will discuss different types of bills. Now comes the different types of bills. Okay, so you can also take notes from this. You see the powers of the Rajya. You can pause the screen and write them down. This is all I have told you, and the differences between powers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So let's move on to the lawmaking process. The measures introduced in the parliament for lawmaking are known as the bills. What are bills? These are draft acts. It is introduced in the parliament. It passes through various deliberations, which means talking in the communist sense, in talking in a very good way, and send for the signatures of whom is required, the head of the state, which is the president as far as India is concerned. Now the union parliament, I have told you, they enjoy powers both in case of the union list and the concurrent list, and they had to follow a specific procedure before the passage of these bills. Now we need to know the kind of bills or the types of bills. First is, all of these are not given here, but there are some extra, like the public bill. Public bill is a universal bill and of universal nature, affects all the residents of the territory of the state. It is a public important. Public means the people of the country. Now the private bill. Private bill relates to the particular section of the body or private individuals concerning them. Government bill is introduced by any member or of the council of the ministers, is called a governmental bill. Now that we have the private member bill, it is introduced by the parliament by any member other than the minister. Now comes the money bill. Money bill is the money means taxes, finances of the government, expenditure and income of the government. So it is related with that. Now, to give you examples of these bills, for example, I will show you now. Here you need to note that the public bill is the money bill, the finance bill here comes under the jurisdiction of the public bill, because finances are money coming in the domain, in the public domain too. So there are some general features of lawmaking. They are, first, what you need to do, that we know that the union parliament is legislating over the subjects in the union list and the concurrent list, and there are some residuary powers too there. And union parliament, we know that it is not a sovereign body. I have told in the previous video why it is not, you can watch them. And the bills are passed by the parliament can become laws only after the signature of the president. And it also needs to go, a bill is going to the president, he passes the bill, but then again we have something called judicial review, whether this bill is in relation, in accordance with the laws of the constitution. Nobody can violate the constitution. Constitution is the law of the land. In a separate video we will discuss more about the constitution, not only of India but also of different states. Now, a bill has to pass through various stages. It has to come to the scrutiny of the appropriate committee too. And we have told you that in case of the ordinary legislations, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha have similar powers. However, in a deadlock situation, the joint meeting is there and the president convenes it. Now, in case of financial legislation, I have told you that the Lok Sabha, in the money bill can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha, and the speaker decides to give answer to these questions regarding the Lok Sabha, regarding the money bill, I mean. So they get 14 days time. I have told you that defines that the Lok Sabha is more superior than the Rajya Sabha. So now comes that a defeat of any government bill is taken to be a vote against the Council of Ministers. And what type of votes? That it is the vote of no confidence, which can only be done, initiated in the Lok Sabha. They can pass a vote and the entire ministry has to resign if they are not happy with the government bill, means the bill which is passed by the cabinet and the prime minister. Now, like Britain, where lawmaking is done in the king in parliament, the lawmaking in our country, India, is done based on the president in parliament. Okay. We have also told you that the president of India can exercise a suspensory vote. What is mean the suspensory? What is mean by suspension? Veto vote. To suspend means to hang on, wait. Okay, not to reconsider, not to send the bill back, but reconsideration of the bill. But again, 2 times when it is passed, the president has to sign, has to be approved by the president. So it becomes the law in this manner. So we have done lawmaking process. Now you can see here there is introduction of the bill, publication in Gazette, the public must know, first reading, then there is, I have told you, some committees are there, they will approve, and second reading, third reading. In case of important bills, now in other house means it can be Rajya Sabha as well as the Lok Sabha. In president sessions it becomes a law. In a separate video I have done what is the difference between bill, ordinance, law. You must watch it in order to understand more clearly the concepts. So for today, this much only. Thank you for watching.